Slavery had a major impact on the economic development of the 13 colonies and the United States. Slavery was most prevalent in the development of the South's economy, but its effects also played a major role on the development of the North's economy. The Southern economy was based on slavery. Slaves worked in a variety of roles in the South. Some slaves worked in homes as domestic slaves that did housework. Others worked on farms and produced agricultural goods like cotton, tobacco, rice, sugar, and indigo. Entire industries in the South grew around the production of these agricultural goods. Slavery also impeded innovation and the development of manufacturing in the South. Slaves provided plantation owners with inexpensive labor. Because of this, plantation owners were less likely to develop new or innovative methods to increase production. The lack of innovation in the South caused them to fall further and further behind Northern manufacturing. As they fell further behind, the South also did not develop enough qualified managers for factories or ways to fund these types of endeavors. Slave labor in the South, their dependence on agriculture, and the lack of development in manufacturing led to lower wages in the South than in the North. Slavery also led to more limited trade for the South. Southern planters tended to focus on a few cash crops. This opened them up to price swings in the sale of those crops. Planters also tended to produce the goods they needed, and this led to less trade. Slavery also existed in the Northeast colonies, but not in the same scale as the South. Many of these slaves worked as domestic slaves or in the trades. Although slavery was not as prominent in the North as the South, the North still profited from Southern slavery. The North developed industries centered around their production. Northern cities developed as a trade center for goods produced in the South. Northerners also used these agricultural goods to finish and produce goods. They created textile factories that made clothing out of cotton from the South. They also created insurance industries that insured slaves for plantation owners. They also were a center for trade between the colonies and the rest of the world, trading goods from the South.